Welcome to episode 158 of Regen Rovers. This is potentially the last episode of this particular season. It all depends on if we can get past Napoli in the Europa League semi-final. So as it stands, we've got 4 games left to play this season. However, if we can get past Napoli, there's going to be a 5th. And that will be a separate episode. That will be a premiere, episode 159. You can tune in and watch along with me. But that's a big if, because we need to get past Napoli. Of course, last year we were defeated by an Italian team, Inter. Beat us in the semi-final stage of this competition as well. So the first game in today's episode will be away from home against Napoli. We're then going down just down the road to Southampton to take them on away from home in the Premier League. Then Napoli at home in the Europa League semi-final second leg. If we lose in the semi-final stage, I will show the last game of the season against Huddersfield today. If we win, I won't show it. We'll go and focus on the next episode, the final of the Europa League. We've pretty much confirmed 4th place, I think. We've got 2 games to go, and we have. We're 4th. That's why there's not really much point showing the Huddersfield game, because we've guaranteed 4th place in the Premier League. We are going to be playing in the Champions League next year. It's not showing. It just says qualified for the Europa League. I don't know if that's because the Champions League, there's 2 teams from lower in the table that could win it. Let's just have a quick look. Spurs, Man City, they've lost their first leg by the looks of it. So I don't think they'll be going through. I guess in theory, if Man City won the Champions League and Chelsea won the Europa League, could we? Is 4th guaranteed? I feel like 4th is guaranteed, but I don't know if it is the case if... I think 4th is guaranteed, but can you? Although actually you can't have more than 5 teams from the same country in the Champions League, can you? Either way, if we win the Europa League, we've guaranteed a Champions League place, and we've guaranteed 4th. There's a potential to finish 3rd above Arsenal this season, which would be quite magnificent. Anyway, that's all fluff at the moment. Let's get on with the first match today. Chelsea versus Benfica in the other semi-final. Napoli versus Regen Rovers. Oh, 2nd season in a row we've got to this point. That is, what an achievement for us. What an achievement for little old Regen Rovers. They are the favourites. We'll have a look at their team in a second. This is the team I'm going with. We've had a couple injury issues, but we seem to have recovered on the whole. Canadian Rodriguez still out. Christian's still out, but he might be back soon. Adrian Smith in goal. Rey Henriquez, Rios, Isidoro Rodriguez, Matt Smith, Novak, Van den Broek, Tarasenko, Lenz, Navarrete and Anthony up front. Navarrete's our top goal scorer now. 15 goals. He's moved ahead of Anthony, who's been really disappointing since, well, the turn of the year, I would say. Lenz has caught up with him. He's on 14 goals as well. There's a chance he could finish top goal scorer. Let's go. Let's have a quick look at this Napoli team then. Oh, he looks good. 33 years old, 14 caps for Italy. On the right-hand side, their top goal scorer this season, a French right winger, 14 goals. Manuzzi. They've got an old team. Every player over 30 so far. Yep, their front 4, it's that classic sort of Italian style of having lots of old players. Ruben Neves, at the age of 38, 104 caps for Portugal. 27-year-old, finally. Someone under the age of 30. Another 30-year-old. This is a really old team. 27. Martone, 31. Ruiz, 30. And in goal, Meret, 38 years old. They've got 2 players under the age of 30 and they're both 27. That average age is ridiculous. Of course, we've got a fairly young team on the whole, haven't we? Lenz is 31. Adrian Smith is over 30. But everyone else, I think, is under 30. And we've got some pretty... Van den Broek's, 21? But, they've got the experience, I suppose, to play on. Going with the home tactic. I'm going to take the game to them. This grand stadium. Oh, I'm excited. I feel like we've got more of a chance of beating this team than we did against Inter. Inter looked better. But, can't underestimate Napoli. They've got some quality. They obviously have good players. And here's a chance, and they've taken the lead straight away after 3 minutes. Bartolucci scores. We want an away goal or 2 today. That would be handy. Going to push Lenz forward. Here's a chance finally. 41st minute in the game. And here's Anthony. Hits the post and it's cleared. Overall, a very disappointing first half. I imagine they're going to have a really solid defence. I'm stereotyping here of Italy, but And all the old players are just experienced. I can imagine them just really having good game management skills. Unlucky so far. We're going to go attacking. Oh, this is boring. Novak, you can go forwards. I know you can't really play there, but I'm going to make you play there anyway. We're going a bit more direct. We will lump it and just hope for the best, I think. This is not happening. They've scored and just gone really defensive, I think. We've just not had any of the ball. Oh, well, we have. We've had 16 shots apparently, but we've just not been able to see any highlights because, well, they're just being boring. But here's Navarrete. Mark Ball, yes! It froze. I didn't know if it was going in or not, but Mark Ball comes off the bench and scores from outside the box. A very important away goal. It's been the most boring, horrible game ever. But have a look at this. What a finish. The legend, he loves big games. He's not done a huge amount this season, but that is a beautiful finish into the top right-hand corner. I can't quite believe that. Good old Mark Ball. Unfortunately, Van den Broek's picked up a knock. I'm going to continue to attack here. Why not? Let's try and get another away goal. Here's a throw-in. Rey Henriquez short to Agra. Back to Rey Henriquez. Crosses it in. Oh, cleared up the pitch. And here come Napoli. They're going to punish me for attacking. They've suddenly come out their shell, I think, after conceding. It's crossed in. Rey Henriquez. Ah, that was weird. I didn't know if it had gone in or not for a second. So yeah, this is what I don't like about these sorts of teams. They score a goal, go really defensive. Then they concede and they just try and grab a goal and then they'll go really defensive again. Anyway, we've got an away goal, so that's a good thing. We can beat them at home. I reckon we can. But we might be able to get another goal here. Here's Lens. Into Navarrete. Navarrete to Mark Ball. He's done it again. Mark Ball. What a legend. He comes alive at the end of the season. Oh, unbelievable. Okay, now I'm not going to go attacking because they're just going to push forward and try and get a third. And that'd be really frustrating if they do. I'm happy with a 2-2. This game has suddenly come alive, hasn't it? What a crazy, crazy game. And Mark Ball with two beautiful finishes. He's had a quiet season because I've been playing Anthony and I've been playing Safik Kalechi and he's not had as much game time. But when it matters most, he comes up with two brilliant goals for us. Comes off the bench on the right wing as well, out of position. And has got us a 2-2 draw, and that is huge. We played well statistically. They were just really boring, apart from their two goals. So proud of Mark Ball, so proud of the lads for that. Southampton then, St Mary's Stadium, just down the road from Winchester. I've put out a very different looking team. I'm giving Okoro a run out. I know some of you like to see him play the odd Premier League games, so I'm giving you what you want. He's played in goal with Canadian Rodriguez, Mark Gale, Will Loader and Raymond Coos, the second choice back four. Serenity's getting a run out on the right hand side once again, just like he did. Was it in the last episode? I think it was. Aloisi, Agra and Tasakovic with Safik Kalechi and Mark Ball, our captain, up front. He's on a high after the last game, I'm sure. Southampton have Tom Hardy up front. English international, or he's played for England in the past. Bade, Brazilian, most creative player for them this year. Top goal scorer is Jim Edwards on the left. They're in relegation trouble. I'm sure they've put out their strongest team for this one, whereas obviously I'm playing a second string team. Basically, we've finished fourth already, and I need to focus on this game against Napoli. Let's go for that. I wish Southampton were kind of rivals a little bit, because we don't have any rivals in the football league these days, really, do we? They're all really low down, the ones that I set up at the start of the game. Free kick to Southampton, played short into Bade, turns, nice ball out wide. This is nice play from Southampton, delightful ball out wide. Edwards cuts in, and that's 1-0. Tom Hardy heads past Okoro. Maybe I've thrown this game a little bit, but I have to prioritise at this stage. I was prioritising the league over the Europa League at one point, but now we've already finished fourth. I still don't know if fourth will guarantee us a Champions League place because it's not showing it for us at the moment, but I feel like it should do. Almost certainly should do. Get creative. Come on, lads. Being a poor display from our second string. I mean, they should be fighting for a place in the first 11. Expect to see much better in the second half. We'll go with that. Serenity's on a yellow. I might put Aloisi out wide. He can run. And the Angie come on in the middle. Try something a bit different. Serenity's on a yellow as well. Hasn't developed as much as I hoped he would, I'm afraid. You could argue maybe I didn't play him enough. But he really has had a lot of injuries. He's an injury-prone player, and I think that has been probably the biggest factor for him not developing. There's been times when I wanted to play him, and I couldn't because he just wasn't available because he was injured. This is poor, isn't it? Going to chuck on Anthony. Throw ball out wide like we did in the last game. Oh, Loader's picked up a knock now. I don't have a centre-back on the bench. And the Nianji can play there, and then we can bring on Tarasenko. Let's go for that. Whilst it's been a very disappointing display, but we've won a corner. Gale can't get on the end of that. It's headed away as far as Canadian Rodriguez. Back up wide to Tarasenko, who crosses it in, and it falls to Anthony, who scores his 15th goal of the season. Finally a goal. Finally something. I mean, it's similar to the last game, isn't it? Absolutely nothing until late on in the game, and suddenly we come alive, which is good to see. And Anthony's level with Navarrete. It's going to be interesting to see who finishes top goal scorer. It's very unlikely that anyone will reach 20 unless, in the last couple of games, one of them really ramps it up. A couple minutes of injury time to go. And here comes Southampton. They've had a lot more possession, haven't they? Mark Ball intercepts that brilliantly and fires it over the top for the pace of Anthony. Anthony crosses it in. This is a chance for Safik Kalechi to win the game late on. 2-1. That's why we're a good team these days. We don't play very well sometimes, but we still grind out the results. And it's a fantastic bit of play from Mark Ball. And then Anthony, with his pace, he's basically Mark Ball of old. It's a great ball in, and Safik Kalechi gets his 12th goal of the season. We've really shared the goals around a lot of the attackers and the midfielders this season. Tarasenko, can he score at the death? It's well wide from him. But we've picked up 3 very good points, and there's still a chance of finishing 3rd, I suppose. Well done, lads. Good comeback in the end. Here we go then. This is huge. Massive, 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 massive day in the history of Regen Rovers. Of course, this time last year we were in a similar situation and we were cruelly dumped out by Inter on away goals in the end. But we've got 2 away goals today to play with, which is nice. We've got 2 away goals that we've taken back to England. One big blow. Van den Broek has picked up a little bit of an injury. He should be back soon, but he's out of this game. So Andrea Aloisi, our German on loan from Dortmund, will be tasked with playing that box-to-box midfielder role today. The rest of the team: Adrian Smith, Rey Henriquez Rios, Isidoro Rodriguez, Matt Smith, Novak, Tarasenko, Lenz, Navarrete and Anthony. I think it's my first choice team. On the bench we've got Simpson, Canadian Rodriguez, Mark Gale, Agra, Tasakovic, Mark Ball and Safet Kalechi. Have they gone with a similar team? Oh, they've got a youngster up front, Negri, 23 years old. So they have changed the team a little bit by the looks of it, but they've still got their old players behind. Is there anyone else that I don't recognise? Bartolucci scored a goal against us, of course. Their captain Meret in goal, 47 caps for Italy at the age of 38. Hugely experienced goalkeeper. Got to fancy our chances though. Let's go for that. Let's inspire the midfield and the attack. And we will close down those central midfielders. Here we go. Out we step onto the Luton Town Stadium pitch. It's pretty funny that Luton Town Stadium is hosting a Europa League semi-final. Next year, hopefully, it will be Regen Rovers' new stadium hosting a Champions League semi-final. So a match of some sort. One thought did strike me. I don't know what the minimum capacity for Champions League games is. I know our stadium's going to be, it's over 20,000 that we're doing, but I don't know what the minimum is. We might have to play our Champions League matches somewhere else. It suddenly struck me last night. I was thinking, oh no, what happens if, we can't. It'd be so annoying if that happens. It really would be so annoying. Here's Novak. Early opportunity out wide to Lenz. Crosses it in. Novak again. His first ever goal for Regen Rovers, and it could be an incredibly important one. Of course, as it stands, if it was to finish 0-0 before start of this game, we'd have been going through on away goals. But that goal, just a little bit more of a cushion. Of course, Napoli still have to score. It doesn't change anything for them. Hopefully, with them attacking, we can hit them on the break, because they were just so reluctant to go forwards, I think, in the last match. And they seem to be again today, which is just stupid. You need to get goals. And they've had one shot. This team is special. We are special. We deserve to go through. Oh, a Europa League final. I wonder which stadium it's being hosted in. We'll either be taking on Benfica or Chelsea in that final. As long as we don't cock up this last 45 minutes of this tie. We've played 3/4 of our semi-final so far. But you can't write Napoli off. I'm sure they've got some quality out there. We saw the quality in 2 instances in the first leg, of course. Here's Manuzzi to Boy. Back to Manuzzi. Into Bartolucci. They're being patient. And it's out wide. And it's crossed in. And it's a penalty. Ray Henriquez, I mean, what are you doing? Apparently he's pushed him. Adrian Smith, can you be a hero? This goal will make it very nervy. Really nervy. Up steps Bartolucci. And, oh, it's straight at Adrian Smith, who catches it. I think I'm going to time waste a bit. Why not? Let's play at them at their own game. There's no need to keep the high defensive line, I think. There's no need to just go forwards as much. Run at the defence. Let's just turn those things off. Oh, injury to Novak. That is a blow. Ray Henriquez will move forwards. We put Canadian Rodriguez at right back. And I mean, considering Christian's injured as well, it is a blow. I'm going to throw on Bruno Agra for Tarasenko. Corner to Napoli. 68 minutes on the clock. Crossed in. It's off the line. It's blocked brilliantly by Aloisi. But where's the closing down, lads? Crossed back in. And it's headed over the bar. They've had a couple chances. Obviously, the penalty was the biggest one of all. Going to make my last change. Safet Kalechi's coming on for Navarrete. No mark ball today. He was the hero of the first leg. He doesn't need to be a hero today. He'll save his goals for the final. Their Europa League final. 3 minutes of injury time to hang on here. Matt Smith just wasting time. Finds Agra. Bruno Agra off the post. Unlucky. We've been the better team on paper again. Lots of shots, more possession, more chances. And a chance for Ray Henriquez blocked again. Ray Henriquez, and today confirms the win. 2-0, 4-2 on aggregate. Anthony becomes our top goal scorer once again this season. He's come good at the right time. He was so disappointing between sort of January and the last match, basically. And suddenly he's found his shooting boots again. Ray Henriquez was very persistent there. And he's had a good season as well. A few people wrote him off last year, said I need to sign someone else. I signed Canadian Rodriguez, but Ray Henriquez has been better, to be honest. And there we go. We're into the Europa League final after a 2-0 win, thanks to goals from Novak and Anthony. Adrian Smith saved a penalty. Torsten Lenz, man of the match, with an assist. Ray Henriquez also got an assist. Everyone's a hero, though, today. And it was comfortable, I suppose, overall, apart from the penalty. That made it a little bit nervous, but yeah. We were lucky there. And I hope you're looking forward to the next episode. It's going to be a YouTube premiere, and we're going to be taking on Chelsea, who won 5-2 on aggregate against Benfica. It's an all-English final. It's going to be 4th in the Premier League versus 5th in the Premier League in the final. It could change. We might finish 3rd. We've guaranteed Champions League football, though, so that's really good. We don't have to win this. If we win the Europa League final, we stop Chelsea from qualifying next season. If we don't win, obviously they'll qualify, and there'll be 5 teams from England going into that competition. But there's no pressure on us. Of course, it'd be wonderful to win a cup. It always is, and I really would love to win the Europa League after 2 seasons of brilliance in this competition. We deserve to go on and win that. I've just realised, I think I've forgotten to show you the most recent results, haven't I? Before today. I just went straight into the Napoli match without talking about the recent results. So sorry about that. We played 3 games. You would have seen the wins, I suppose. I can confirm that, I mean, we beat Aston Villa 3-1. We beat West Brom 2-0 as well. But I can confirm that we won the Hampshire Senior Cup again. Safet Kalechi came off the bench and changed the game in the second half. Thomas Gregory also scored, our young 20-year-old striker for the under-23s. And Frankie Hudson 16-year-old right midfielder. He's got decent current ability, but not much potential, even though he's 16. I feel like he should be able to grow, but it seems like he's restricted by limited potential there. Anyway, we've won that for, the 5th time in a row. I'm so excited about the semi-final, I just forgot to show you the most recent games. But yeah, overall, it's been a fantastic run into the end of the season. The only defeat was against Chelsea. And that's the thing. Can we beat Chelsea knowing that we've lost our recent game against them? Maybe a little bit of a bogey team. Let's just have a look at our past meetings. Not bad. We've beaten them 3 times and lost 5 times. So they've got the slightly better record. Unfortunately, the most recent games, we've lost 3-1 and 2-1. But prior to that, we beat them 2-0 twice in a row. So there's a little bit of hope there. But this year in the Premier League, we've lost both games against them, despite finishing above them in the Premier League. But we'll end it there. I hope you're looking forward to episode 159. Tune in. It will be a YouTube premiere, so it'll be a pre-recorded video, but you'll be able to comment basically in the chat and get involved, and I'll be watching along with you, and it'll be almost like a live video that isn't quite a live video, if you get what I mean. Those of you that have watched the premieres before know what it's all about. It's quite a bit of fun. Not entirely sure when that'll be up. Probably 2 days from when this is uploaded. And then I guess after that we'll push on to the next season and our first season back in Winchester, which is very exciting. But let's get this final out the way first. Until next time, enjoy FM19, enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you very soon.